Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode. So let's see. Let's look at our to-do list before we get into anything. So the house is finished. Make trading hall and make iron farm. Okay. Those seem like some good tasks to do. Let's put this stone cutter back in the house. On top of the furnace. Okay. Clear up the inventory a little bit. I think we're going for like a homestead feel for our first area, you could call it. It might be I'm thinking that this first area is going to be more like like a homestead. I think it's the theme that I want to go for, like a farm. But this villager trading hall doesn't really fit with that. Maybe I should move these guys. I think go over there. Okay. Um. So I guess I'll talk about my day while we get this set up. Um. No journal for today's the 23rd of July. I schedule is still going fine. I I've kind of forgotten that I have a lactose intolerance, so when I drink milk, I just don't enjoy it too much, and so my protein drink in the morning is the core protein drink, and it low key it does not make me feel great, but it disappears pretty soon after, and I need the protein, so well we'll just keep doing it. I'll keep updating you guys on how that turns out. Um, and I guess let's see. What else have I done today? I've worked more on my game. Since my Steam Direct or Steam partnership process is now complete, I can. I'm probably gonna be releasing that or starting to set up the Steam page for that. So that's gonna go well, I think. Um, though it's still, I think, a decent amount from being completed. Um, let's gather some wood and make another axe. Uh, and I had pizza for dinner. And that was quite delicious. It was Domino's. I'm not too sure what pizza it was, but one was a thin crust, and it was shared with like two other people. But one was thin crust, and one was a thicker crust. Um, I think I think I prefer thick crust more, but like it's just so many calories. It doesn't feel great knowing that like I'm consuming just straight carbs and bread. But it was delicious nonetheless. Which is probably why I think I favor thin crust. Sometimes like the thin crust, it's like so nice because you don't get bogged down by all those carbs. I'd like to see what people think about thin versus thick crust. Although deep dish, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about deep dish. I haven't had it in so long, and so I'm not too sure. Um, anything else today? I I think that's mostly it for today. Did some walking. It was quite nice out today. Oh, there was that. I This morning I found out that my downstairs neighbor left me a note saying that I stepped a bit too loud at night and moved my chair a bit too loudly. So I'm gonna, which I applaud them for doing so. Uh, because I'd rather they let me know and I can try and accommodate for that. At least for now, that's what it seems like. I'll try my best to accommodate, and I think that's just how people should deal with these kind of situations where you're uncomfortable in some things, and I just want people to tell me so I can fix it. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna start it off, I guess, by replying, not replying, but I guess it is a reply to Boris's comment on my last video. There, he asked, uh, he asked me that what parts of game design have I been enjoying, not enjoying, and I'm looking forward to or dreading. So, I guess there's two parts to this. There's my because I am working on two different games right now. The first is an idle incremental game where I'm getting where the only part that I'm like actually working on a lot is um the art and like the general direction, while I leave all the minutiae and the coding to AI. I don't know. It's more like a side project, while my main project is um a friend swap type game um with typing involved. I think is all I want to reveal for now. But I think that out of the entire process, I've been enjoying the art and like the general creative direction and planning the most. I find it the most fun when I get to create things and create stories and weave together, like explain like explain game mechanics in the lore and try and make it make sense while also like keeping in mind player experience. I think that's to me the most enjoyable part of it, at least the most engaging, and also the art part, because when I make something that looks decent, I'm pretty happy with it. Um, and so yeah, I think that would be the part I enjoy most about game design. Though I have not really been enjoying the code, especially because I'm coding for the friends the my friend swap multiplayer. It's because it's a multiplayer game. I have to get into the reads with networking and packet design and um, like designing what packets get sent where, why, how things are stored, and I don't like thinking about all those things. It's not very fun or engaging. It feels a little bit more like a chore. Um, and I think that the part that I'm looking forward to the most is probably uh, once I get like the proper backbone down, being able to implement all this, like being able to share the things I enjoy. I think is the core of it. Because at the end of the day, I am trying to make a game that I myself would enjoy playing, and at least with the few people I've sent at least the vibe coded idle game, that I've sent stuff to my friends to like try out, I think has turned out pretty well. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback, but also negative, which I appreciate because it's more things to improve on. Like, oh, I don't like how this feels, or this feels a bit slow, or this UI element is not properly formatted in this like one corner. And I think very useful to have all this information. Um, the part I'm dreading is probably marketing and publishing, because that's the most like public facing part. I'll have to um like, what if people hate it? It's like the class, like I what I assume, what most people feel when they share something they create is, what if people hate this? What if oh, my work was for nothing, like that kind of stuff. um I broke a torch. Okay. I was like, that doesn't sound like sugar cane. um but I think that's the part I'm dreading the most. And maybe like manually bug fixing, because that sounds like, because I'm not that far into the development of the manually coded game, because I have to essentially learn how to manually do all this networking and um, programming in Godot, and just getting familiar with the Godot engine itself more than and also getting familiar with Ace Sprite and tackling animations as well. That's gonna be quite of a journey to tackle animation, like sprite animations, and importing those sprite animations into the game in a way that feels natural. Um, I'm also gonna be dreading adding that final polish, because Um, I I think that oh, those are pillagers. Okay. Um, I think that the polish is probably one of the harder parts of um products to be like to achieve when you're making a product because 1 second. Oh. It's just mostly because like um there's just so many small details that you have to get right, and it has to not only feel right to you but to other people as well. And there's always that fear that what if what I'm envisioning isn't what people are gonna like, and so that's why especially for the vibe coded game, I try to play the game myself to constantly know what it's like because once again, I want to create a game that I myself would enjoy playing, and I think it's gone well so far. Um, I think the timeline is hopefully by August, I should get a demo and start spreading the word out about it. Um, and yeah. Uh, let's see. Ooh, a Battleman 5. That's gonna be good to stash up. Um, let's get more wood. I think I need enough. How am I gonna make this house? Maybe like a tavern. We could. Ooh, I have an idea. Because instead of just a boring old villager trading hall, what if I make every single trading hall or like trading area job related? So I have so it makes it like a town. Yeah, that could be good. It'll just be like this is the blacksmith's house and etc. This is the mason's house. You know. Um. So that's gonna be interesting to see how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work on that, and then I'm envisioning. Okay, so we have because this house feels like a farmhouse, so I can't really put the trading hall next to it because I think it'll feel out of place. So I'm thinking we'll turn this into like a graveyard. We can add like a church or something over here later. We expand the farm out, and over here is going to be the where the villagers are right now. That's area is going to be the town proper, where we'll have it's like a village, like all the little different village houses. And then later on, if we need an industrial trading hall, I can work on that. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Let's see. Let's make a shovel. Okay. One over here. Go up here. Yeah, oh my god, that rabbit is so massive. I think we flatten this out. At least I'm thinking here. It's gonna be a big terraforming project. Maybe I should set the iron golems. Yeah, I should. I'm split because sure the most efficient thing is if I, rush through the end and the nether and then get the best gear and then you run to the end game so I can terraform faster, make the farms faster, but no, I'm gonna take it slow. I'm not trying to rush through this. But yeah. It's right there through this. Let's see. Tomorrow is Friday. I did not realize, but the League of Legends Worlds is ticket sales are going live tomorrow at 11 a.m. So I'm gonna have to remember to lock in and see if I can snatch a few tickets up so me and my friends can go. But if not, then yeah, I'll just watch it at home like usual. Surely my goat faker wins again this year. But oh no, I think. But back to like the whole coding thing, or like the whole game design development thing. I am a staunch believer that as long as it is tested and as long as it's a small game that is non-competitive and like low stakes, so like say a single player indie game, I think something like that is fine if it's vibe coded. Art, not so much. I agree with people who say that AI art is bad, and I agree because that shit is soulless. That shit is dead and boring. But if we're talking about AI coding, I think it's amazing. It's as someone who doesn't like code, like who doesn't really enjoy coding that, like the process of coding that much. I think it is a blessing to all indie game devs. Because sure, I could like code something myself, but it would be like incredibly jank. Like, I think what matters more is the artistic vision and the if the final product is able to embody that artistic vision. Because as a consumer, I don't care if a game is vibe coded or like AI coded, as long as the final product is crafted with a human vision and like from beginning to end through a human vision and supervised, so the AI doesn't go off that vision. I think, and what matters most is user experience and all this design stuff that a human should do. Because as someone who's attempted to, well, who's like tried out the AI to see if it can get things like game designed and like flow, like the user experience right, it just can't. Especially if the game is like non like HTML, Java, like web browser based. The AI is completely useless in terms of those aspects. Especially when it comes to more complex systems. I'm sure, like, I've tried those demos where they're like, oh my god, AI created this, like, civilization simulator. It's poo from a butthole. It's, like, all AI hype. But, like, what you should, what I take away from those is that it, like, it seemingly allows people who do not like coding or do not want to do the coding to create their ideas and shape their ideas in a way that would have been like basically impossible, or not basically impossible, but quite hard and time consuming for them to do otherwise. And sure, the AI might not make the most optimal and like the most correct choices, but as long as you guide it, I think it's fine. Especially for like I said before, low stakes games like a single player game, then or like a co-op game, like it doesn't matter. Because yeah, I think that's really my main point. Yeah, I'm curious to see what people's opinions on like AI and game dev and AI, just I guess in general, because I know people who are on both parts of the spectrum, from the I hate AI and AI is stupid and you should never ever use it, to the opinions of people who are like, oh, I think AI is a neat tool and if used correctly, it's very useful. And then there's those that like those who believe that maybe in a year or two AI could become that tool. But yeah, those are my thoughts on AI and the current state of AI, I guess. And there's also the whole like, I'm just not gonna get into it right now. My ramblings about the current AI industry, or rather, the at least from a retail consumer facing standpoint. Um, oh my, I need to get back. Wait, emergency bed. This is what this is for. Holy, emergency bed coming in clutch. Just don't die, and then emergency bed is fine. Smile. Uh, yeah. Almost done with this. Nah, I say almost done. We got like 4 more layers of this terraforming to do. I'm gonna need more storage. I'll add that to the board. More storage space. Well, I might just put it in my roof for now. Oh, my inventory's full. Get rid of those. Okay. I should name this place, this home, my first home. We'll figure it out later. I keep saying I'm gonna download the sorting mod. Okay. I'll do it later. I promise. I promise. You won't have to look at my messy chests anymore. I mean, I could do this, but like that's kind of ugly, and it makes no sense logically. And Minecraft is all about realism, as everyone knows. And so, instead, we are going to do this. Nah, we're going. No, we're just gonna. Yeah, but like, bang, bang, and then we just line the ceiling, I guess. No, that's so weird. There's a boom, another 2 chests here, and then no, I have a better idea. Let me craft more chests. Okay, and then we go like this, right? You might be like, oh, it looks ugly. Oh wait, that's supposed to be one up. Oops. Maybe like, oh, it looks ugly. No, just trust me. Let's see if we can place some blocks behind the chests. There we go. Okay. We need more chests. And we need some trapdoors. And then we go here. Wow, look at that. Am I just not the building goat or what? And then we go like this. Oh my god. And let's get some more trapdoors in here. Let's trapdoors this thing out. Yo. Yeah. I don't mind that. This though, yeah. This might have to go like this. And then get rid of this crafting table. I'll move it out a bit to make it look less weird. Here we go. Then we have a crafting table. Let's get some slabs to smooth this out. There we go. That looks a lot better. No, I can't do anything. Ooh, wait. Let me cook. If I replace these with stairs. They look the same on the outside, but they look a lot neater on the inside. What are these? This is cobblestone. I can do the same for these. There we go. See, it doesn't look as bulky on the inside, but on the outside it should look the same. And then here we can maybe put this here. Let's smelt some of this. I can move the enchanting table upstairs. Maybe not there. Maybe like here. Yeah, I don't mind that. No. Yeah. No, that's fine. And we can have more furnaces up here. Take a little cubby. I like this. And then the ominous banner. To show I mean business. Right? And we can store stuff here. Let's grab stuff. And grab the wood. Move all the wood up here. I think these will be our dump chests. If I just want to dump stuff in here. Woods and leaves. And the top left. Oh wait, here's another cool. Alright, let's go bottom here. All our wood's gonna go in here. Or wood related items. And this will be our oh, that's not good. That's full cobblestone. Oh, miscalc. I thought that was stairs. Okay. I don't know why I thought those were stairs. But we're gonna have to revamp this. Stairs. Use the same stair trick. There we go. Okay. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna use this to flip this down low. Shift click here to get that stair placed properly, and then place that. And we this down. We can put these two here, and then okay, this one needs to go like this. Will this be mad at me if I do this? It will. Oh, I know. If I get here and I make this face up against this one, that should fix it. I'll have to go outside to check if that fixed it, but there we go. The corners look a lot nicer. This is going to be our woods chest. This is going to be other crops and foods. Be our stone. Miscellaneous items at the top here. The wildflowers, the dirt. That. Well, this cobblestone. Okay. This will be for like more dirt blocks, I feel, you know? Like gravel. Like shovel dirt blocks, you know? And this will be for all the stones, at least for now. Okay. Let's get these props. I'm pre-sorting it when I shift click, so it's now I'll just do it up here. I think we're just gonna sort our stuff out for today first, then continue terraforming. Crops. Those are crops and food and passive mob drops, I guess, for now. I'll make this my valuables chest. Hostile mob drops will go here. Glass in with where the sand goes, which is the dirt chest. The rocks in here. Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous / redstone minus. No, just miscellaneous. We'll have a redstone thing later on. Let's put these here. Flint and steel. Eggs will go in the mob slash crops chest. Rotten flesh goes here. This goes in passive mobs. This is glass. Let's put another bed up here because no, there's no space. I can't put another bed here. Or can I? If we do like a... Let me cook. A lofted bed with an enchanting table at the base. You know? See the vision? And then we do like a bang. Then bang. And so when you go to bed at night, you just do this, you know? Hop on the bed. Kinda clean. That's kinda clean. Oh, this enchanting table is so bright. I'll have to figure that out later. Alright. This is stones. Obsidian. Where do I put? I guess obsidian. No, I'll put obsidian valuables. Okay. White wool dirt. That comes from gravel. Miscellaneous. Okay. These all tools. Guess I don't really need that. That's a backup pickaxe. Okay. Oh, it's become nighttime. Try not to get my villagers zombified. Alright. Let's fill our inventory up one last time. Dang, I'm poor. Put these crops away. Passive mob drops in food as well. Let's empty this bundle out. Oh, that's where my other seeds went. Okay, I need to plant the beetroot and the melon. Put this bundle up here. Place down the brewing stand. Put away the activator rails. Put away these ores and iron, redstone. Buckets go in here. Both go in the wood chest. Flint. Wool. Spruce. An arrow. I guess arrow goes in the mob drops. There. Oh, and the potion. There we go. We're all sorted. Grab the stone. Alright, let's... No, I put away the hoe. Oh, wait, no, we don't need the hoe. Okay. Let's plant. 1, 2, 3. You saw nothing. Break this. We only need like a few beetroot crops anyways. Let's harvest all our crops. This is mature. Alright, all these mature. Oh, I need lighting. A bit dark by all these plants. Okay. Let's break this. The wheat. Oh, that was not fully grown. I hate how they changed the wheat textures. It's like impossible to tell when they're grown. Potatoes. And then grab our sugar cane. I broke the torch again. And then grab some sweet berries. Alright. Let's put this away and continue mining out the mountain. I do need some food though. Let's craft myself some bread. And then back to it. Hmm. How much more of this mountain do I need to break? 4, 6 layers. Okay. Mhm. Oh, there goes that. But yeah, I love terraforming in Minecraft. That's me. Yeah. I think it's because it's a skill that I am easily the best at out of all my building skills. Maybe like adding small details here and there. But that's just me placing stuff randomly and then making stories up with them. I think other than that, terraforming, I think I'm best at because I do love nature, and you know, this allows me to recreate the best of nature. Get rid of some of this terrible Minecraft world generation. I do miss the old goofy Minecraft generation with like stuff floating everywhere and before the flattening. Through the days where you just stumble across the like craziest anomaly. Oh my god, that's like the 4th rapid I've seen jump to its death. That's probably not true. That's probably the 2nd one actually. But like, oh my god, they just love jumping off the cliff and dying. Because they're too fat. That's probably why. Too much food. Owners took care of them too well. Hmm. I do sometimes feel that I am wasting my time by taking things slow, but sometimes you just have to slow down. It's like the 4th time I mentioned slowing down today. The heck? Maybe this is a sign. Or maybe... I don't know. Let's just keep mining the mountain. Although one of these days... I'm debating if I want to do a creative world where I build a... where I design the build first and then I bring it over, because that would make it make the builds like look a lot better. But I want to learn how to. But the other argument is that I should learn how to like properly design and build something in survival instead of relying on tools like Axiom. Oh my gosh, Axiom Auto Shade, my beloved. Why learn how to shade properly with a block palette when you can press a button in Axiom and it does all the shading for you? But yeah. So do let me know what you guys think. What if anyone would be if you would be interested in watching the me maybe for like the larger builds later on. I do want to maybe I'll title nah. I think we'll just figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll spend some time before a big build if I want to design something big. I already have an idea for one of the areas I'm gonna have in this world. It's going to be the Mecha Japanese area, because there's this builder that I'm subscribed to on Patreon, though they haven't really posted anything in what it's been 7 months. I'll need to message them to see if they're alive. But I was wondering, well, not wondering, but they make these beautiful, amazingly beautiful builds, which are like a combination of like mecha and like Oriental, like Japanese, Chinese, like Asian buildings. and they have like, and it's like futuristic. They've got like supply depots and like you know what? Okay, I'm gonna but before I'm gonna finish my thought up first, real quick. He makes these, or I don't even know, but they make these beautiful builds, and it's they make things like defensive walls and factory buildings uh like supply depots, and they're all these gorgeous like super futuristic mecha. I placed the bed upstairs. I no longer have a spare bed. Let's get another spare bed. Actually, let's take the bed from the first floor. We don't need that down there. Okay. But there's these amazing builds, and I would love to build them in survival. I've built one of his builds before in survival, but it was like his like free build, and it was really old, and it was like 90% wool. So if some people who've played with me in the past will recognize it as as a spaceship I built. May or may not have had that the ship may or may not have come with a Imperial Japanese flag, but yeah, that was an incident. But his other builds are like amazingly detailed and pretty, but the only issue is that they use like some hella illegal like creative debug menu building techniques, like putting levers on stairs and putting levers on like thin air on other levers to create these details. And if I want to recreate them in my worlds, I'm going to have to, or make them in my worlds, I'm going to have to manually go through and like make sure all the schematics run, and like go through the build and make sure the schematic is compatible with survival, which means going through and manually changing every single one of these illegal like technique spots into a something that's possible to do in survival. And I'm thinking how I'm going to do that is I'm going to probably spawn the entire thing in, blast it with block updates, so anything like levers on floating air will pop off. No, but then I don't know where the details are going to be originally. We'll have to see. But you'd be interested in seeing me do that. Because my time is limited, and I kind of want to spend every bit of it in the forever world. It's going to save me so much time if I just do it there and then schematic over. A schematic building, watching someone build with schematics is so boring. Maybe I should just do all original stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'll like be inspired by him and make my own twist off version. I think that instead of doing what I'm doing, making the village a trading hall after I mine this mountain out, I think here's the plan. Okay, guys, here's the plan. I'm going to mine this out, and then I'm going to, or like at least flatten this. Like, we're almost done. Flattening this mountain out. Then I'm going to put the villagers away safely, as in a dirt box. And then we're going to go mining next episode to get a full diamond. The goal is to get full diamond gear, and then we can head to the Nether. I think we're just gonna rush through because I'm realizing that my ADHD is just not gonna let this go. I don't think I can, because if I build a farm now, it's gonna feel so redundant when I have to build another farm. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, now that our home base is like just a bunch of blocks sitting in a corner. I am satisfied with leaving and getting better gear. Okay, that's the plan then. I'm gonna leave to mine for full diamond. Yeah, full diamond. And then what? And then what? And then what? Full diamond. And then I'm going to go to the nether, where we're going to get our blaze rods. Once I obtain the blaze rods, we are going to head to the end, where I'm going to kill the dragon. Once I kill the dragon... No, they still feel... She feels so rushed. I hate it. I hate the idea of rushing things. How about this? I dig this mountain. Well, instead of dig, I terraform this mountain. Because I need to replace the bottom here as well. I terraform the mountain. I get full diamond. Because... Yeah, let's get full diamond. Full... Nah. Let's just... I'm gonna stick on the original plan. We're gonna make the trading hall. Set up the iron farm. And then later on, once we have our massive storage systems, we can work on better farms. We've got this. Slow and steady. There's no need to rush ahead. Rushing ahead will only get me burnt out and no longer wanting to play or record. So let's take things slow, and it will come to me, I guess. Well, we'll get to the end and the nether when we need to. Not trying to be one of those videos where it's like, I built this 10 billion block structure in Minecraft Hardcore, and now I'm never going to play this world again. We're not going for no likes maxing or click or view maxing. We're here for the journey. And you're here with me because you're still watching at minute of 48, and then you're probably in it for the long haul. How much durability? 9. Let's break the shovel and then deposit all this dirt. Okay. Because, yeah, it's gonna be quite the journey. Have to go upstairs, be tidy, put away all these crops and animal stuff. Cobblestone. We're gonna need another pickaxe. I can feel it. I feel it in the air. Superpower, I'm telling you. There you go. Oh my. I feel like those streamers that like can't craft. Get the shield out of the way. Okay. The iron shovel. Finish this dig. The big dig, you could say. Hmm. So therapeutic. It's out of dirt breaking. Is that just me? The sounds of Minecraft are like nature to me. I don't think I've felt this with Minecraft yet, but after like a few times after I spend like 4 days playing Arc Raiders, like just sleep, wake up, play Arc Raiders. Back when it first came out, when I was doing that, oh my gosh, I would be walking on the street and I would just hear like the noise of like a of like an arc, or like I don't even know if I hallucinated it or if like I'm hearing the like elevator being called sound in real life, and I'm like, oh, someone's extracting, and my brain like locks in for like 3 seconds, and then I realize like, wait, there is no. Oh, what am I on, bro? Why? Oh, I'm like actually addicted. And safe to say, after that happened, I stopped playing Arc Raiders for like a month, but good times and good memories. All right. Uh-huh. And now the mining is gonna take a lot longer. The dirt in our inventory offhand. Oh my. I could just place the dirt last. I say as I hot swap the dirt. Okay. Dare I say, I think I can complete it before the Minecraft day ends. Dare I say. Well, not Minecraft day, but before today's journal recording ends, which is the 1 hour mark. That's a hard cap, by the way. Um, these videos will not be going over 1 hour. Alright, we're sleeping out here for maximum efficiency. Alright, back to mining. Some water. Mine it while I open the bottle with the other hand. I wonder how much of that was picked up on the mic. I'm not even gonna look at it in the recording. We'll find out when the video gets published. Hear me gulping down water. Remember, guys, stay hydrated or hydrate or dihydrate. And I'm not trying to dehydrate. I don't know if other people are, but you can go ahead. But I'm not trying to dehydrate. That's all I gotta say on the topic. Man, I'm gonna miss taking an entire hour to remove a mountain. It's gonna take like 20 minutes when I get actual gear. Holy. Mining away. I don't know what to mine, I'll mine it anyway. Like, I still remember the day that song was released. Mine Diamonds by Reptile Legit. A cinema. It was if you don't know, search up Mine Diamonds Reptile Legit. I think it was a parody of Take On Me. Add in Minecraft Cito. He was the GOAT. I don't know if he still makes content. I haven't checked. What kind of theme? I think I'm gonna go for like a wooden frontier village at least for this, and for the villager breeder, I'm thinking like the image I have in my mind. It's like maybe like a residential home, like an inn, and the villager breeder is gonna be in there, and and those. Well, I'll have villagers that can just wander, I guess, like a few. No, that's so bad for performance though. But it's a single player world. Who cares? Who cares about performance? Can't be that bad. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. We'll have a residential house be the villager breeder, or just like a town hall maybe for the breeder, and we'll make like a house for each profession. Fill each one with a couple of villagers. The librarian will be the largest building, the library, because actually I don't even know. It'll just be a small one because right now the only books that I need from the villager is mending. The rest I can achieve by enchanting. Yeah. So I need to set up an iron farm. How do I want to do the iron farm? I'm thinking the iron farm could be set up like built into the mountain to make it seem kind of like it's like an iron mine, maybe. That's a maybe. No, because it's gonna be one of those like mom and pop mines. Maybe I'll just have it be Oh. Need another pickaxe. That's awkward. I don't think I'm making it in time. Well, we'll have to finish the terraforming next episode. I'm reaching my hard limit for myself. Because if it was up to me, I'd play this 24/7. But I have things to do, schedules to stick to. Odds to be LARPing at, as you know. Alright, well. That's probably going to be it for this video. We did some terraforming. Next video, we're going to finish the terraforming and then start the villager breeder. Once we start the villager breeder, we can get things rolling. So that should be it. Thank you for watching. And I hope you watch next video as well. And leave any comments, suggestions in the and suggestions and questions in the comments, and I'll be sure to look at those. Thanks for watching again, and yeah. Bye!